Hey folks, I'm Aspen Arrow, and we are back in the desert after having a waste pack infestation at the end of last episode. Got some visitors in the form of refugees, and, well, a few bugs to take care of, and no melee blockers to speak of. So, I had to have a bit of a think about how we were going to handle these bugs. Review our side casts. Still haven't figured out how I'm going to use Flash Storm. Not sure we actually use Flash Storm this playthrough. But after some thought, Smith is going to make some plate armor. And our poor guest Tony is going through alcohol withdrawal. Unfortunately, we did not have enough beer on hand for her. She, of course, also has the plague. Fortunately, immunity developed, so we haven't failed the quest. Checking her ideology and making sure she's not a teetotaler, I think some go juice is in order here. Get her moving. And it'll help the mood a bit. You can see minus 35 for the alcohol withdrawal. So everyone's stuck indoors while we get some plate armor made. Tell Smith to get on that. Also still sick with the plague. Again, immunity developed. Fortunately, we have enough medicine on hand still and some decent doctors at this point. Almost there, and voila, masterwork. The beauty of a good crafter. Smith, of course, being a genie. So our guests are gonna help us out. Patty, having a melee skill of 4, is the winner of the lottery, getting the masterwork armor here. We have upgraded our colonists to flak vest, devil strand dusters, and I think just simple helmets at this point. Takumi actually got the armor and also gets to have some go juice. And Raw and Patty will join as we improvise a melee block and hope Takumi holds. And at that exact moment, a transport pod crashed right in the middle of our little defense area. This is from one of our allies, so we send Baby Noise to rescue our pig friend here. And with Cuz over on the side, just able to stay next to the door. We are gonna pop those bugs right on out. You can see they kind of held up for a minute. I'm not sure what that was about, but we'll take it. Kumi gets to stand in the door. That's what refugees are for, right? Dealing with problems I have created. Fortunately for us, a lot of the bugs do split up. We can aim out the door a bit. and just at that moment, a bulk goods trader shows up too, so I guess they get to join in the party. First wave of bugs down. We send our melee folks over to the front. And Takumi to continue to be our tanky blocker. Like Armor doing some work, as I think we've probably done more damage to Takumi than the bugs have. Unfortunately, they don't show up in red when you zoom out. Maybe that's a Hammer Plus thing, or maybe that changes, and well, I guess 1.5 changes quite a few things. And we headshot Takumi for extra fun, losing his nose. Whoops. So we'll pull him on back. And he and Danny can stand guard. Leaves one mega spider up in the north. Fortunately, not much damage taken. Nothing we can't manage anyway. So we'll go get that last bug taken care of. See how much faster the impids are than our prosthetic trio here. But we will use Danny to melee lock the bug. If it comes to that. We have good shooters, disappointing amount of misses. At least a few good shooters. Some of them are still kind of crummy. But with that, the bugs are done. We will go ahead and set them to be hunted. Kumi will survive, albeit without a nose. But all in all, I think we did all right. So next up, as we continue our technology, we finish gunsmithing, start working on blowback operations. Definitely getting time to not be using great bows. And about 12 hours before our colonists leave, we get an offer from Nestor to join. He is a baseliner nudist. It doesn't have very good growth tier yet, but is only age 8. Tony, unfortunately having challenges with her alcohol withdrawal again, is laying on the floor. So after some thought, I decided that Baby Noise probably made a little friend here and will accept Nestor. Nestor can hang out with us. And now we have 2 children. We will, of course, work on converting Nestor, getting several mood debuffs from his ideology, so Cuz can take care of that. Eventually. Yeah, she joked about rocks with Nestor, but failed to convert him. Apparently rocks were not the right topic for this little boy. And before our guests leave, we have a raid from the pest band, Wasters, complete with assault rifles and heavy machine guns. 2-prong attack while we still have great bows. Of course, must keep Fantasia safe. Still on the lookout for a healer mech serum to try and fix her jaw from the very first episode where she took out a raider and lost her jaw. Susan, of course, very pregnant at this point, 3rd trimester, so despite being our best shooter, is moving absolutely slowly. Just so slow. Again, it's the theme of the run. So we're gonna go try and pick at these ones over here. There's 4. They are preparing for a while. We'll see what we can do. Unfortunately, continually disappointed by the range of berserk pulse. Would like it just a hair longer. Have to be so close. Take an unfortunate hit. Apparently, auto pistol has a bigger range than I expected. Someone hollering in the middle of the fight, always good. Lumi coming back for more, right as I'm trying to move. Had enough of Lumi, so feel sick for a while. And Lumi goes down. You can see that we did manage to hit Don, who is already taking damage, and next up is Gamer. Maybe Garner. I think it's Gamer. Don coming back for more. We're able to get Don taken care of. Just the little side. Not the bigger raid yet. So using Burden, we will work on taking these last 2 out. It is Garner. It looked like Gamer. Anyway, the first round taken care of with just a little bit of bruising and bleeding, nothing too bad. So Dr. Mila on the job. Nestor trying to be extra helpful and running outside the walls because I apparently forgot to rezone him. Did have Danny put on the steel plate armor. And it's all hands on deck for this one. Fortunately, door's still held open from last time when we took care of the bugs. And again, really wish Berserk Pulse had a bigger range. We're gonna skip Gristle here and completely forget that Wasters have Tox Packs. While he does take 2 headshots, he is gassing our whole little area, and Danny is not able to disengage, breaking her shield belt. And she goes down in the door, which is why we have double doors. Just not there. So the Wasters have decided to kidnap Danny. Managed to get a Berserk Pulse up and off, and we have Cuz grab Danny. Unfortunately, the longsword is also playing in the door. Held open doors, man. The run killer. and unfortunately having in the moment troubles, forgetting that I need to undraft someone to get them to haul that sword out of the way. We have Cuz drop Danny off and come back. And have Sezen toss off a fire spew while they fighting the one berserked person. Unfortunately has little to no effect. Finally figuring out what we need to do here. And Takumi's gonna haul that sword out of the way. And accidentally hold the door open, having already corrected the issue. We got a little frazzled here. And a bit surprised that the wasters are able to shoot through that doorway, I'll be honest, but is definite weakness of the little pocket we have here. Many weaknesses of it. The biggest weakness is we still have great bows. So we'll pull everyone out of the way. And we're just down to 3 left. They are still trying to kidnap Danny, so we of course want to prevent that. Unfortunately, hitting the refugee with the pulse. Poor refugees. And able to save Danny right as the waster grabs her. Waster's now fleeing, though Wasty down there still picking at our doorway. Not entirely sure what that's about, but I'm guessing because the AI was still trying to kidnap Danny. The last waster down, we gained some guns that we are apparently in much need of. Danny not in too bad a shape. Quite a few bruises and little bleeds, but considering how poorly that went, I think we made it through relatively unscathed. We have a hole in our wall we need to take care of. We can start getting everybody patched up and things hauled around. And our refugees take that moment to skedaddle on out, except for Tony, who is still going through alcohol withdrawal and sleeping in the hospital. We're able to get some rifles onto folks just in time to be raided a second time for the day by Neanderthals, 10 of them. Still have a hole in our wall. We haven't finished cleaning up. Danny is still down for the count. Things are not looking great. We're gonna send Novo there real quickly to hopefully patch our wall. And again, everybody gets to play today. Our slow folks can't stay behind. Novo doing quick work, getting that wall blocked off. Quest completed as the refugees make it off the map right before the raid. And having not learned my lesson, let's do this again. Well, maybe a little bit of a lesson. We're gonna have Milo hold the door open so we can get back through quickly when we need to. There's a bolt action, but it's poor, and I think our great bows are ultimately better. Sezen is the best shooter who's picked up the assault rifle. We also put a bolt action on Tahaz. Fortunately, they're not very bunched up, but we are able to get a berserk pulse off on Karnica here, taking down one Neanderthal. Getting a blinding pulse off on those melee ranged fighters. Unfortunately, just don't have very much neural heat. Fortunately, Berserk Pulse doing work as the Neanderthals work on fighting each other. Skip Rhino here on back. Burdened another one. And unfortunately, still can't cast. Well, not without risking someone going down. So inside we go. Sazin being slowed down. Gets locked into melee. But through the door, Mila takes a hit. Also through the door. And it closes just in time. Fortunately, our remaining attackers have taken damage pretty consistently. So Mila, being very slow and injured, can try to repair that door. See Sezin moving very slowly. So we're now gonna let all these attackers split up. And send Mila down to repair the wall being beaten on. And go and pick off these stragglers here, moving quite slowly. We should be able to outpace them. And one down. Two down, shot the Burka off of him. And we are safe again. Did take a look at Senra here. Not a lot going on that I'm looking for. So we let everyone heal and finish up some research. Flowback operations done. Next up, gas operation, as it is becoming imperative that we move on to a better quality weapons. And as we finish converting our little prison into a bedroom, we're gonna accept the quest for a noble, with Danny getting some more honor, continuing to work her up the royal ranks and hopefully make use of her psychic sensitivity. We get Anlore here in cataphract armor with the Zeus hammer, so that's some melee blocking if nothing else. And we're gonna let Anlore do whatever they want. They can meditate, they can sleep, they can recreate. Just keep that mood up. We're gonna give Anlore here a meditation spot along with Danny, who doesn't like looking at art. Gets the nice new bedroom, complete with some fancy wood floors. And she seems pretty happy. Steadfast and nimble, so hopefully won't have any breakdowns, and funnily enough, is frail. And in case we hadn't had enough problems, Kaz and Mila get into a fight, knocking Mila to the ground. Kaz taking a few bruises, but Mila taking lots of bruises and a few bites. So Dr. Forath on the job as our main doctor, incapacitated. And with that, we come to a hopefully exciting end to the episode today. Thank you so much for joining me today in RimWorld. Have a pleasant day, and we'll see you next time.